Well, because drift is a danger for us all, I think the Bible warns us that every one of us has to guard against the danger of drift. In 1 Timothy, for example, Timothy is urged to guard his life and doctrine. And so there's a fundamental personal responsibility on all of us to make sure that we continue to remain true to the biblical doctrines, and not just to the doctrines, but also to the life that those doctrines require. So there's a sense of personal responsibility we need to take to monitor ourselves and make sure that we are not drifting from those convictions. Now, we can do that personally. We need to make sure that we maintain a personal prayer life. We need to maintain a personal life of reading the scriptures and studying the scriptures. I think evangelical leaders need to maintain a discipline of reading for themselves, making sure that they're engaging with the arguments that are being raised so that they are addressing issues. And today we have a wealth of resources in terms of books and blogs and articles, the material that's available through the FOCLID website that will simply help people to engage with their arguments. So we need to guard ourselves, and we need to be honest with ourselves where our doubts and our questions are, and to make sure that we don't ignore those, but we deal with them and we try to tackle them. But if we've got a personal responsibility not to drift, we also need to work with one another to make sure that we don't drift. And very often what we need is the help of other Christians, other leaders who share our convictions, to be accountable to them and to help us to face those challenges. So that may well be within the life of the local church or within a denomination, or perhaps with friends that we were trained with at seminary, or a fraternal group of ministers that we meet with regularly. All of us need others to help keep us accountable, and then we can keep them accountable as well. So we need to have those honest and open relationships with peers who are able to question us and challenge us and make sure that we're not drifting. People with whom we can discuss the issues that are troubling us and the questions that we have. So I think it's a combination of taking personal responsibility, but also making sure that we are integrated into a community with others that will help us not to drift. So, for example, in Hebrews, it talks about the obligation of Christians to keep meeting with one another, to encourage each other and spur one another on to love and good deeds. And that's all about preventing each other from drifting. Now, that's true for ordinary congregation members, but it's also true for leaders. And I suspect that one of the problems with leaders who drift is often those are people who are perhaps more isolated or individual. They don't have good relationships with other groups of leaders. They're not held in accountability situations. So we need to make sure that we put in place friendships, relationships, accountability structures that help us to guard our doctrine and our life so that we don't drift. We all need good friends who will challenge us when they begin to see evidence of drift in either our doctrine or our lives.